How's everyone doing today? Little thing about applications for zoning. I'm gonna go over this with you guys. If you guys are getting ready to build an addition on your property, a deck, or anything, you're gonna need to know this. So stick around, give a couple minutes, hit that like button, and hear what I gotta say. It will help you out a lot. I filled a couple of these out, and the first couple times, it was crazy, and now I'm getting better and better each time I do it, so I understand how to do it a little bit more, and it makes it a lot easier. So follow me, and we're gonna start doing this stuff and show you how I'm doing it. So right here is the application. It's gonna ask you, who's filling out the application, the address, all that good stuff. Don't be calling me. And then here, another thing, they ask you multiple of the same questions, and then the address, all that good stuff. So zoning, you have to find out what your property zone. This is a R2 district, so I put R2. R is residential, and 2 is the location where it's at in the property. So that's how that's being used. Same thing, use R2. Lot size, we're just under 14 acres. And then frontage is where your mailbox is. That's frontage. You have to go from your property line to the other property line, so just measure from one side to another, and that's your frontage. Some places they want your frontage to be so big, or some people want it to be double that. So it just all depends on where you're doing your zoning and stuff at. It varies all the time. So before you buy a property, make sure you know if you can build on that property, if it's zoned, if it's, make sure you can do that, because we've been going through a lot with Woodstock Village, because they are not used to adding stuff to their zoning. And when we wanted to add little homes, we had to figure out, okay, what are the little homes called? They named them cottage homes. So with that being said, with them naming it cottage homes, we had to put so much stuff in the books and get it zoned and send letters out to the public, put in a newspaper. It's been a lot. So they're not too used to it because it's a small town. So we had to hire a company called, I want to say LUC or CUL or something like that. They help small little companies to do little things like this. So we hired them, and they came out, seen what we wanted to do, and it's been moving pretty good. But small towns, you have to watch. Because people, they tell you one thing but mean something totally different. They laughing behind your back, smile in your face. That's just people in general. But just keep moving, be positive, and it is all going to happen. So Woodstock, Ohio is not zoned for, I want to say, well, I shouldn't say zoned. Woodstock did not adopt Ohio rules. So when they did not adopt Ohio rules, they pretty much make their own rules. So if you look into that back in the day, like a long time ago, they did that for discrimination purposes. And if they Italian family coming in and they don't want Italians there, they are running you through the books. Black families, Indians, whatever, that's why they do that. Well, Ohio now, you pretty much everybody is adopting these rules. So when you adopt these rules, you're like not discriminating against anyone, things like that. Well, little old Woodstock did not adopt any Ohio rules. So now they're doing what they want, how they want, when they want. Their zoning people are not, they're inspectors, but not certified. So I don't know what's the legal thing there, but they can do what they want, when they want, how they want. So just play it by the book. They tell you they want 10 shingles on one side. You do, okay, 10 shingles on one side. makes no sense, but you know, it just all depends. So let's get back to this paper, and I was just explaining that so you know what you're getting yourself into, because these zoning stuff, it can take anywhere from 3 months to ours going on like 4 years. So that's why we've been delaying this and delaying it and delaying it, just because of the zoning stuff and people missing deadlines. That if they miss deadlines, hey, it's okay. But if we miss deadlines, that's the end of the world. We can't do this, we can't do that. They're God. So anyways, be very cautious to what property you buy and what you can do with that property, because you might be in the same boat as we are. Thank God that things are going forward and not backwards, and it could have been way worse than what it is. So we're getting there. So we're going to go back to this paper. Then that we explained about the frontage, frontage right here, from one side to another, that's a frontage. Then you have floor area. So your floor area, ours are going to be 12 by 10. You times that together and you get 120. Super easy. Lot coverage. So the lot coverage is, say you have 5 properties. I'll take that back. So you have one property with 5 houses on it, or 5 buildings, garages, another garage, a house, a barn, you know, just all depends on what you got. So you want to measure those, each one of them, then you get your total number. All right, so say it came up to, ours came up to 597,294 with us adding all of it together. So now, no, I take that back. Read the wrong thing. So ours came up to 5,160. So we went from, we had a pole barn that was like a 40 by 60. So you would do 40 by 76. You do 40 by 76, you get that number. Then you go to the next building. If it's a 5 by 5, you put that number. You put 10 by 10, whatever, and you just go all the things you have. You just add them all up. So when we added all ours up, it was 5,160 altogether. So then what you want to do is find, okay, I have pretty much 14 acres. How much square footage is 14 acres? So that right there is 597,294. And then you would divide those numbers by the land, how big your land is, by how many buildings or sheds or whatever you have on that land. And then I'm going to flip back around. So that's the property. That's how big the property is. That's how big the barns and the houses and all that stuff is. Then you divide it by 100, and that gives you that number right there. So that's how you do your lot coverage. Then how high are your buildings going to be? Ours is going to be about 14 feet. Then front setback, side setback, rear setback. So now we're going to explain those. So when I first was looking at this, I'm like, what the heck is that stuff? So your setback is from, you have to figure out where you want to put it. You put like a stake, or you can put these little flags. You put those there. Then you go to your property line to that flag. So that's going to be the back of it. So you're going to go and put rear is going to be 20 feet from your property line. Then from the side, you do the same thing. It's going to be 20 feet. It's going to be 20 feet from the property line. Then you do the front. Well, the front is 272 feet from the property line. So that's how you get your stuff. So now we're going to grab our flags. We're going to grab our paint. And we're going to go and grab our walk wheel. Those of you who don't know what a walk wheel is, this is what a walk wheel is. It's a wheel, and it tells you how many feet you go. And that little button right there, the little black button to the left of the 9, first 9, you would press that down and it would go 0, 0, 0, 0. Nice and simple. Nope, not big, not bad at all. So we have to figure out where we want to. So I did my paperwork first. So now I have to go from the property line in 20 feet just to make sure my numbers match up. Because if not, they would do the numbers and say, oh no, your numbers don't match up, and that's not good. So right here where the pond is, we are building a pavilion. And it's going to be a little sideways because it's going to be face the pond. And over there where you see the boats, where you see the boats, that's going to be a little beach. Right in the middle is our how to say waterfall. Our, geez, my mind went blank. Right, that's our fountain. So it has lights and all that good stuff. So this is how we're going to do this. So I'm walking to the property line now. You got to know your property lines, because some people think you know your property lines and you don't. Those white poles are the property line, and it comes down and it's super muddy. So our property line is about right here, because it comes straight and then it comes diagonal a little bit. So now holding all this stuff kind of sucks. So now I'm gonna press that button on the walk wheel, and when I do that, it's gonna reset all of it. I'm gonna measure 20 feet out, and I think I'm wrong, so I might have to change some of that paperwork, because I don't want that to be too far away. So these little things, you pull these up, pull them down. Same thing with this one, and you hit that. There's a little stand on them. Each one is a little bit different. So we're about right here. I want to hit 0, and then I want to mark 20 feet. So we're going. This is 12. This is 20 feet right here. And that's way too far from there. I want it a lot closer. So my measurements in my head was way off. So let's see where it's going to get us. It's going to put us at probably about right here, say 50. And then the deck is going, well, the pavilion is going to be 12 by 10. So we got 60. This is the front of the deck. I'm in front of the stage. We want to go another 10 because we want to be up a little bit farther. So that is 70 right there. If I zoom in, you see 70. I'm gonna zoom back out, and you got to look at it like, is this enough room for in the front of the stage, everything? I would say yes. So now I want to go back 10 feet just because that was the front of the stage. So we want to go back 60. Okay, right here. And that's how we get that. So we're at 60. So from the property line there all the way here on the paperwork, I marked 60. I mean, I marked 20. I was way off. We're going to mark 60. Okay, I got it marked out. Looks like with the flags. Not too bad. So from here to the property line is 60. From that side to the property line is 52. And then that to that tree line is 240. I'm guessing. It's about 240. And that's what I'm putting on it. So they'd be all right. So that's how you would do your planning. If it was a porch, if it was a deck, anything like that, and it's nice and simple. And then you could actually see how it's going to be. You're going to be like, oh, okay. Well, you want to come to the front. This right here is going to be a dock. It's gonna float on the pond. So you're gonna look and be like, okay, is that stage big enough? How many people can that stage fit on one time? One time. I'm looking at it. It's gonna fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comfortable. If you're doing 2 rows, like a choir or something, it will fit 10 to 12. If you're doing 3 rows, you're looking at, I would say, 15, 18, 19, and you still have a little bit of room going. So that's about 19 people that it can fit comfortable. And then if you're not too sure, you walk over here and you stand right here. But okay, I'm standing here. I could do 1 person, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comfortable. So it's really muddy out here. That's 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you go 6 times 5. There you go. So we could fit 35 people there. And that's like shoulder to shoulder. But if you're going to have a band, things like that, you do not want 35 people. 35 people will be not good. It will be with your instrument, all that good stuff, not good. So we're thinking like if we have a band of 5, that's plenty. Usually bands, they don't go over 5. And just go from there. So I think this is a good amount. You don't want to go too big because each foot you go bigger, more money. More money, less money for the nonprofit to do other things with. That's our layout right there. Thank you guys for if you have any questions, comment, because I will reply to everything. Might take a day or 2, but I'm super busy, and I definitely will reply. If you like these videos, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that like button so you can see all our videos when they come up, and just go from there. And we do all kind of random videos just because we just don't do one thing. We're doing all this stuff on this property. I have a video of the fountain that I put in, digging it with Simona. It was her first time running an excavator. If you want to see a girl run a 60-foot excavator for the first time, we got videos for that. We have the greenhouse. We have Home Depot when they came out for the greenhouse. We have North Lewisburg Church. We have all kind of different videos. So that's what we're doing. And then electrical that I put in right there, I have a video for that. And just let me know what you guys like, and we just go from there. We do have some merch. We're going to start figuring out how to put it up on the channel. So we're going to reach out to a person that knows Facebook a lot better than me, and YouTube and all that good stuff. So when we do that, we just go to the next step, and you guys can start sponsoring the little homes. And each person that sponsors the little homes, any project we have here, your name gets put on whatever we sponsor. So that's VFW Post 3767, Hubbard, Ohio, Home Depot, Marysville. Shout out to them so far. And then we have 3 little ones up there, and they're gonna get logos too. So you gotta find out who sponsored those. So you gotta, and then subscribe, just so you can see all these videos. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And we are building homes for unhoused veterans and veterans in need. So thank you guys for all your help. So doing that last video, I forgot to do some stuff and tell you guys. So I apologize. I'm just gonna add it to this video. And we were going over the application for the permit, and it says everything you need here, all this stuff. And very important, your site plans and the size of them. I didn't go over that with you guys, so I apologize. So now we're getting ready to go over it. So the site plan is pretty much just your layout of your property. How long each side goes, different things like that. You can find this at the recorder's office, or when you bought the property, they could have made you get your exact numbers and all that good stuff. So when we was talking about the frontage earlier, this is the main street that's coming here. Your frontage is from there to there. So from that line to that line, we have 88.75. Then from that line to your first building, we got 52. Then we got the layout. This building is 30 by 48. From the driveway to that building is 33. From our property line to that building is 14. That's what that's for. Then you have this line here, then another property line, then here, then where the pond is, the driveway, all that good stuff. So then we didn't have enough to fit two. So we got that site plan, and then this is another. They want to see how tall the building is, 14. They want to see how big the frontage is, 16. It was 12, but we made it to 16. The sides, 2 by 10 by 10. Again, 16. These are posts going in the ground, cement posts. And this is the legal description of the property. You want to throw that in there, and that's it. So legal description, a drawing on what it looks like from the back, from the floor plan, the front, and then the side, what it looks like. My drawings are not that good, but this paper here and this paper here goes together. Hold on, I'm trying to, it's all on the clipboard. So you stick these together, and this is your site plan right here, right there. So just like that. So you gotta find the office, how far it's back. This is the stage that we're doing, so we have to change that. We were 60 off. So I gotta find my pen. So I told you guys earlier we were 20, so we gotta change that to 60. And then this side is like 53 off to the side. And then 10, supposed to be 10 here by 16. So we changed that. Easy fix. So remember I was saying in the front of here to the tree line, this is the tree line, it was 172 from there to here. So altogether it's 302. Then subtract a little bit and do some math and all that good stuff. And this is where the farmer farms all that. This is our property also, but we don't have to do all that. Basketball court, greenhouse, chicken coop. This is the driveway. So that's the whole plan. So hopefully this will help you out doing your permit. So when you apply for your permit, you do need to apply all this. It can vary from county to county, state to state, but normally it's like this. So if you got confused, just I was gonna say rewind. You know how old I am. Just rewind that tape. Just go back and watch the video again and see what part you need, and we covered everything. So you should not have any questions, and if you do, like I said, comment and I will reach out and help you the best I can. Thank you guys, and if you like these videos, like I always say, subscribe and like always. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.